cousin's looking a little bit more appropriate, a little less run down. Somehow in a several month-long voyage he got new clothes. I'm going to assume that's courtesy of the knots.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you are quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
No, not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear.
We've been on the island for 30 seconds and he's caused problems.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
Alright, great. I think I will take Vasco. Oh, don't have a choice in the matter. I was misreading that. Cool. He seems like he'll be a delight to have. Oh, relationship level suspicious. Oh, okay. Well, apparently Kurt doesn't like me much either. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that level up real quick, but really just in talents. I feel as though having lockpicking right about now will be helpful. And, unless I forget, I only have the 1 point, so since I do pretend to prefer melee, we will go ahead with that. And give it a quick save before we continue. Alright, so as excited as I am to be on the island now, I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the first town off the get-go. But apparently I'm overweighted, so let's find a shop. I'm sure there's plenty to see and plenty to do in this town. And I'm sure all of it's going to be important. But it's kind of more the same from the beginning town, and I really don't want to spend too much time looking at what amounts to very similar scenery. Not that I won't eventually come back and do all the same, everything that's here, because of course that needs to be done, but I really am excited to get out and see the actual island.
Excellency, welcome back to my modest shop. It is an immense honor for me to be of service to such noble clientele. What might I do for you?
Alright, beautiful. I can run. I'm not nearly as over encumbered as I was. Suppose I should at least go talk to the barracks and quartermaster and Constantine.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the port authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They are already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay, so now not only is this whole bit about smuggling all the weapons...
And now you want to sneak into one of our warehouses.
Kurt was given the order. If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this. But, since I've been sacked, let's just say that this will be a little bit of revenge.
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damn cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
That won't be necessary. My entire cargo has been placed in the warehouse closest to my ship. And if you wouldn't mind wearing some Nort clothing, we'll be less suspicious. I would like to avoid fighting with my own. The Norts are my family.
Okay. I was just about to make a comment on how we just discussed right in front of him that, like, we smuggled a bunch of contraband onto a ship that he told us not to and altered the manifest, and now we were about to loot, like, break into the not warehouses. So, yeah. Come on. There we go. He doesn't seem real thrilled with any of that, not that I can blame him. That seems to just kind of be a gate out to the island. As much as I've got to go talk to Constantine and all that, let's not be able to get outside. Alright, let's go talk to Constantine then.
Atuoi, sien sradi dao quint. Dadagudach me in.
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny.
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
And so you're a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass. Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
As much as I think I would prefer Vasco, Kurt just might have some stuff I need. But, you know, for now, I'm going to remove Kurt. Kurt has gotten me in a lot of illegal activities for the first entirety of the game so far, so...
There you are, fair cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Lions, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there is a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, fair cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, fair cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
I don't know, cousin, you just ordered me to take Kurt. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to smuggle something. Alright, well, he's got a conversation marker.
Cousin! What can I do for you?
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. But I don't miss them. My father's next letter will certainly be full of his usual disdain. As for my mother, you know her. She's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noticed my absence.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
No love lost for his parents there.
Desade, do you have a moment?
No.
Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy, but I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and we only know a tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchants' travels. Alas, I'm slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camps here and there. So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene? Bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island. and your uncle wishes to know more about them. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, Desade.
Alright. Hopefully now I can leave the city. Again, I'll come back and explore the city a little bit more later, but I'm very impatient to get out of the city and kind of into the wilds, onto the island, and explore what I hope is just a magnificent exploration. Tier 4D is made of several regions. When you reach the travel interface to select your next destination, there are also caravans near major cities and campsites. Okay. From what I've seen of screenshots prior to the release and stuff, and various videos and other media from other content creators. Oh, that was unexpected. Alright, really didn't expect to get jumped by bandits that close to the city. That was kind of rude. But taught a valuable lesson about being overly trusting. Alright, not quite as open world as I would have liked. This is kind of a Dragon Age-esque open world situation. Which isn't bad. It's not that I dislike that style of gameplay or anything like that. Just during long journeys, you can stop at wandering merchants' camp, but manage. Okay, so very much like Dragon Age Origins traveling camps. Alright. Alright, so finally kind of made it out to the actual island. I'm not just in the outskirts of town or anything like that. Very excited about it. Already see what appears to be first fight.
There are wild beasts around it. We must be careful. The guys Rad, the Red Spears, know how to defend themselves, but we must be careful on the way there.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Little owlbear looking things here. Not too bad. Pretty easy fight. Not less good for this guy though. Fortunately, I don't think this is going to be too much of a large area to explore necessarily, because this seems more to be her village, so kind of just went from one town to another.
Honor Manawi, do you need something?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renaigse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renaigse. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Interesting.
See you later.
Desarde, I have a favor to ask.
Very well, I'm listening.
Kind of owe
Do you
him.
remember the story of Jonah?
Of course.
Well, I'm like him. A donation to the sea. My family also gave me to the Knots. I don't know anything about my real family, except that they are probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Knots and the merchant princes had a complex relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery of my origins has now become an obsession. I need to know where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion seems somewhat improbable.
And you want me to help you find this information?
You understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports. Mine must be in the harbor office in New Serene, and it must contain my family name. But if I go there, I'd be spotted right away. Could you go there and bring the file to me?
Of course. But you'll have to come with me to the port and tell me a little more.
Right. Also, I don't want any Knots to be hurt in the process. Despite my desire to know my origins, the Knots are still my family.
Don't worry. We'll be discreet.
Alright. Considering how many things I've smuggled on his ship, I don't see the harm in making sure I smuggle some stuff for him either. Because that's just what I do now. She's becoming very adept at being a smuggler.
This is where the spears of all past warriors are gathered. The branches are reclaimed by the tree and bring strength to the village.
Ato Onol Manawi, do you want to trade?
Ooh. That could be good for Kurt. Got a waterfall over here. What's going on over here? Nice. Very pretty little grotto.
Who do you think you are? By what right do you enter the home of our queen?
I am the emissary of the Congregation of Merchants. I have come to meet your leader.
Come now, Arwand, you are not a watchdog. Where is my mother?
Siora, I didn't see you. You have come too late. Your mother has gone to wage a war. They left for Didekid Nadagais only a few hours ago.
Oh no. We need to catch up with them and avoid the shedding of blood. Please, haste.
Very well then. Let's be off.
Alright. Well, that's not going the way we wanted it to.
Go towards Didekid Nadagais. We must follow the path leading toward the heights and to the forest.
Alright, looks like that's the direction she's talking about. Got some heights, got a forest, and most importantly, got the nav marker.
Wait. You should go left here. It's a more difficult path, but it's much shorter.
Look at the tracks. They chose to take the path on the right, it would seem.
Before a battle, it makes sense that they wanted to avoid a path with more danger.
If it is dangerous, let's not risk braving it when time is against us.
We risk meeting a great many beasts. But if we follow the warriors, we risk catching up with them too late to sway them.
Okay, so that's the path the warriors took. She's suggesting this way, so this way we go.
Thanks for listening to me. I fear my mother may have already thrown herself into the battle.
Because believe it or not, when a native tells you to take a certain path in their own homeland, you should listen, because they know it a lot better than you ever will. I am getting jumped. Beast essence. Not really sure what that is. Find out, research that later. Oh, she wasn't kidding about a great many beasts.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! See if you can walk on straight.
Oh, they got me off balance. I messed up the block. Not sure why it just suddenly healed, why it's going in and out of battle like that. It's really annoying. Kind of feel like I'm dealing with a glitch here where I might not actually be able to win. That was really obnoxious. Again, it keeps dropping out of combat, so every time, as soon as it drops out of combat, it automatically goes to full health. That's really an annoying thing to have to contend with. Alright, so looks like battle's lost.
No, the battle rages on. My sister is surrounded. We have to help her come.
Not what I meant to do. Target the one attacking me. Damn. She knows how to handle herself. Alright then.
Iselt! You are too late, Siora. Mother has fallen and we are defeated. No. This is not fair.
I am so sorry.
Who is this woman? She resembles one of us but is dressed like a Renaigze.
I am the ambassador of the Congregation of Merchants. I am sorry for your loss.
The congregation? And what side are you on in this war? Those that massacre our people? Iselt, calm down. You know that Mother sent me to seek out allies. You show up when the fight was nearly over. Was this part of your plan? You know that these monsters are taking our own. They must make honorable amends.
Interesting. So, I have a couple custom dialogue options for my charisma and intuition stats I picked up.
We got here as fast as we could, I assure you. And we have fought by your side. Listen, after a battle, whether lost or won, the elders say that we must return the dead to the earth.
And tend to the wounded. She is right, Iselt. This is no time to continue the fight. Truly spoken. You are right, and you know our traditions. I feel weak.
You need to return to the village and care for your wounds. We will watch over the others.
Thank you. I'll see you again, Siora. Thank you for soothing her anger. We must tend to the wounded now. And find my mother. Or her body, if she is indeed dead.
Look at this massacre. How?
Find her banner. It bears the symbol of our clan.
Heal all the survivors in 4 hours and 56 minutes.
These ruins are very strange. By what name did you call this place again?
Dadida Keaton Nada Gaze. There was once a battle in the past. A great victory for our clans.
Strange indeed. These walls are completely foreign to the styles of your own dwellings. Does this name that you gave the ruins mean anything in particular?
Yes. It means ruins of the first guardian.
I would like to dig around a little on the site. We might be able to unearth clues as to who actually built them.
This way. There is a survivor. Let's heal him. You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors.
Alright, it's got one. I effectively have 4 minutes to heal all the survivors. And I guess loot the dead. That's a little grim. Oh, this was a huge battle.
I beg of you, help me.
Still you dare to breathe. How can you hope that I am here to save you?
No,
What have you done with my mother?
pity, I beg of you. I don't want to die.
Then answer!
Siora! Stop! Look at yourself. You're acting like a beast.
A beast has far more majesty than these monsters who have traded their souls.
They have taken her. The Queen. They took her.
Then you must still be alive. They wouldn't have bothered to carry away a corpse.
She would have chosen death before capture. They must have wanted her alive. We must find her.
If your mother is in the hands of the bridge, they'd have taken her to their closest camp.
Promise me that we will do everything we can to bring her back.
Alright. I kind of thought that might be the case. I didn't see, while it was kind of giving the angles around the banner, a body, like a native woman's body.
I think that man is still breathing. Let's make sure. You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors.
And I really wanted to make sure that if that was the case, if I was calling my instincts right, that she didn't kill the only link to where she didn't kill off the only link to getting some information about her mother.
Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors.
Seems like, I think it said there were 4 survivors.
Let's make sure.
Should be sitting up somewhere over here.
Another warrior who survived. I do not think that we will find any more of them now. You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors.
Oh, this is the guy she was mentioning.
We healed them all, thanks to you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Alright, cool. Level 6. Alright, now. Do you have anything to say?
Honor Manawi, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Let's go take a look at these runes. Kind of seem like the next step. Possibly in finding her mother. As much as I do want to be able to find the cure to the Malachor, I absolutely cannot abide by natives being chased from their home. It's deplorable in every instance in which it's happened in history, and it's deplorable in a game. I like having her with me. She is handling it. I don't know about Vasco, if I'll wind up keeping him on my party long term or switch him out to Kurt or some other ally I get along the way. Now, she referred to these runes as runes of the first Guardians. They definitely seem to be more kind of European style housing, which is from the mainland. Got some iron, but I'm not finding anything other than that observation really at the moment. What's up here?
Look, there are some images on these walls. This is the first time I've seen these drawings so closely.
You have never come here. You certainly seem to know the place.
This site is sacred and taboo. Everyone knows where it is, but no one ever comes here. All these colors are so beautiful. I never would have imagined that they could create something so delicate.
Who are you talking about?
Of those who built these lodgings. That my ancestors vanquished in a past war.
You know who they were?
I only know the legend. The legend of Didakid and the Daiges.
I'm listening.
It is said our people lived peacefully until the men appeared from the sea, intent on making our lands their own. They dug great caverns into the earth, ripped down our forests, destroying everything in their wake. They were evil. The warriors killed so many people that even their own people came to fear them. Here they built a terrible city that spewed out clouds of cinder and dirt. Our kings and queens were desperate. They went to the heart of our island, and the island heard them. From the woods appeared the first guardian. He was taller than a city, and with each step it smashed a lodge. It was a guardian of Rat, and the city could not resist him. Since then, the earth answers our call for magic, and in exchange, we become all Manawi, in keeping with the pacts our kings and queens once made.
It is a very sad and terrible legend. I wonder who these people from the sea could have been. A people from the continent, no doubt. Our Malachor might well be the cursed result of that war from another age. We have nothing more nor anyone else to find here. I must report all we've learned to Constantine.
Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go to the camp that I just discovered down below and kind of call it there for this video. After next time I get on, I'm gonna go and pursue her mother. Try to find the missing queen, especially if that is the case about the Malachor being a curse from bygone age. I don't think it's going to be a medicine or anything like that that's going to cure it. It'd probably be better to work with the natives and see if after establishing peace they can maybe find a way to help lift the curse or point us in the right direction. Alright. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and the links down below. And have a good day.